Welcome to another episode of the Chill By Nette podcast. This podcast is created for those who are passionate about their personal development, health, and well-being. This is a platform for you to come chill by my personal stories and weekly tips in becoming a better version of ourselves and to live a better present. But first, let's chill. My name is Jeanette. Welcome back. And welcome back to a new series of Chill By Nette. It did feel like a really long time since we last connected, and I hope that you have been well. So for me, I've basically been resting a lot, taking my time to recharge and, just kind of practicing the rest, reflect, and release process, which I talked about in series 1. So anyway, I'm back, with a whole new series to share, and I am really excited to be back here to share more insights and lessons learned with you. So as the title of this episode suggests, this series will introduce the concept of mindfulness. So one thing for sure is knowing this concept of mindfulness did open up new perspectives. It was a concept that personally speaks to me and, an important one that had helped me throughout my toughest and stressful times. So I'm definitely not an expert in mindfulness practice, at least for now. Neither do I think it's something that can be cultivated or learned in a short period of time or within a few episodes. To be honest, I come to really only engage in this practice this year, even though I've heard about this concept since a long time back, right? And I have to admit that I used to think of this mindfulness practice as a one-time-off solution I go to when I'm feeling stressed. But throughout my months of practicing it, I've come to see it more as a way of life, even though the initial motivator that brought me to want to know more about this concept was really because I was really feeling stressed and overwhelmed about my life. But throughout my practice, I've come to learn that mindfulness is really much more than that, right? It's more than something that we go to only when we are feeling stressed. Because as far as I know, mindfulness is actually a concept that is very related to stress reduction, and it is formally used in a lot of clinical practice to actually help patients reduce stress. But as I said, there is a lot of benefits to mindfulness beyond stress relief, right? And I myself also come to see that only through practicing it myself. So if I were to simply define mindfulness, it is basically something that we engage in to bring ourselves back to the present moment and to be aware of our experiences, our thoughts, our feelings in a non-judgmental manner. That is a simple way to define mindfulness. But as I mentioned, mindfulness is more than that. To me, it's a way of life. It transforms how we relate to events and experiences, right? In a way, it creates more spacious way of being in the world, that is less reactive, right? So what I mean is it gives us more space to think before we react. And hence, generally, we might also come to experience a happier life as, a byproduct of mindfulness. Even though I've been cultivating it for a few months myself, I just really wanted to share because of how much I have benefited from it, be it helping with my anxiety and just being more aware of what is within me in general. I think it also helps me to be a little bit more expressive. It helps me to more accurately represent how I feel and what I think, So these are just some of the benefits that I can think offhand, right now at this moment. But at the same time, I'm also very amazed at just how much more there is to learn about this concept. Like each time I think I know everything about mindfulness, I always find that there's something more to learn from it. And so I would like to openly share this new beginning with you. I hope to bring you through my experiences, how I actually come to incorporate mindfulness in my daily life and what does it actually mean to be mindful, right? What are the qualities required to do so? What are the challenges that I've observed, right? And most importantly, what are some of the value that it provides in the context of personal development, health, and wellness? So with this, I am looking forward to share this new adventure with you. You can look forward to my sharing on my own personal journey in the next few episodes as well as my blog post. So I hope that through getting to know this concept on a deeper level, beyond its surface definition, it can also bring some value to you in one way or another. So with the launch of my series 2, I also want to let you guys know that I have launched a new research column on my website, chillbynette.com. So in there, I will be sharing some of my random research articles regarding wellness. They are mainly articles based on scientific research that I've done, and basically articles that you can find there are evidence-based, which I love, and they are just generally concepts that I particularly found helpful to me. So do check them out. It's now up on the website. So in the next episode, we will continue our discussion on the topic of mindfulness. Thanks for chilling in. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Chill By Nette, on my website chillbynette.com, to join the conversation and access our show notes. Have a great day, and we'll chill again very soon.